Hello, YouTube! We're back with another video. The machine that won the trial. The suspect, variable Phoenix Wright. The suspect, variable Phoenix Wright, arrived on the night of the murder. Fact. Suspect signed himself into the visitor's log. Fact. Evidence. Variable Phoenix Wright was the only visitor who had come to see the victim in a long time. Fact. Afterwards, I was scheduled to patrol the prison. I found the suspect just out of sight. Fact. Even if no security camera exists overlooking his cell, all must pass me. My eyes do more than see. Fact. Possibility of anything entering without getting past me. 1 to 99 to 999. Impossible equals high. Fact. Fact times 6. Percentage 100%. Testimony equals fact. Logic is logic. I'm truth. I'm fact. Okay, robot, bro. That robot definitely has a few screws loose. Can we actually trust this kind of testimony? What if his wine just got screwed up or something? The witness was examined on several occasions, and all of them established that they are in perfect condition. So essentially, Isaac saw nobody but Mr. Wright pass by him on the night of the murder. Affirmative. Couldn't someone have snuck past you when you weren't paying attention? Negative. Isaac always pays attention. Attention is paid by Isaac at all times for the purposes of the visitors list. Okay, geez. The prosecution would like to present the visitors list in question. It contains the name of every person that entered the victim's entire cell block. It's the one Mr. Wright signed into himself. And as you will see, there's no doubt about it. About it. Great job! Wright was the only visitor that night. Visitors list added to the court record. Okay, let us see. Oh man. I feel like saying not good would be an understatement at this point. Also, I'm finding it a bit questionable how you're able to perfectly understand this witness. And yet you treated the detective as if he was speaking Chinese. You mean he wasn't? I'm now beyond convinced you are pulling my leg. Just get on with it. And please, Miss Rye, do not test my patience. The witness is a robot. Accept or don't, this is his testimony. Right. Right. Just stay at home. The machine at one trial. The suspect, variable Phoenix Wright, blah 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 blah. And you're sure it was Phoenix Wright? And pray tell, who else could it have possibly been? Isaac here is equipped with only the highest grade facial recognition software. Well, there was that case in the past where the defendant was impersonated by that orange guy. Or maybe the killer had a mask of the defendant that looks exactly like his face. Or maybe it was just a pigeon and our robot sensors are glitching out. Error protocol U50D-D4. All systems are running fine. Offense has been taken. Really, Mr. Rye, even as a joke, those were completely ridiculous. You can't just throw out nonsense involving filthy, disease-covered birds. Really now. In addition, with the current safety protocols, all intruding birds are shot on sight. Somehow I feel like we're getting off track here. You mean he personally put his signature onto the list? Mr. Rye, I can hardly see a different interpretation for what the witness said. And this list was in your possession the entire time? Affirmative. The suspect was the only one who had signed on day 534, murder day. This also proves that... And you're sure of this?
Objection!
The witness is a robot. Of course they're sure. Well, I was just, checking their memory. Again, the witness is a robot. They have no memory. Incorrect. I have a perfectly functioning memory. See? What did I tell you? You really shouldn't underestimate the robot kind, Prosecutor Edgeworth. I will now proceed to check my memory. Searching RAM, searching RAM. What? Scan complete. I have checked my RAM and the data stored. Would you like a report? RAM? Data? More meant checking whether you had remembered. Storage, 50% video files, 5% audio files, 2% game files. %, free space. Game files? Correct. Even every Isaac is equipped with a copy of Pong. I suppose even robots need something to tide them over during the quiet nights. Our current discussion equals irrelevant. In addition to only signing in variable Phoenix Wright upon his arrival, he was also the only person that had scheduled to meet with the victim in quite some time. In other words, there was nothing suggesting that anyone had even an interest in visiting White. That is correct. This just keeps getting better and better. And when did the defendant schedule this meeting? A few days before the murder itself. Naturally, the victim was notified of this as well. Well, that's a given, isn't it? Please continue, witness. Blah 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 blah. What exactly do you mean by just out of sight? I was patrolling the hallways. The defendant was inside a cell with the victim. Ergo, I had to go around a wall and enter a cell to find them. So basically, just out of sight means exactly what it says. X equals X, true. This is logically proven, and thus is so. Sometimes things are exactly what they sound like. Well, what do you know? Scheiße. Okay.
Jonathan, after that, I checked and winds up going to.
Alrighty then. Is that so? Well then, what else do they do? My eye also serves to contain my brain. Anything else? It also indicates my artificially created moods. Well, that much was obvious. Well, 129.99 is still more plausible than winning the lottery. How can you call that impossible? Allow me to rephrase. 129.99 is the chance of someone creating or finding another method of entry over a time period of 1,000,000 years. Oh, carry on then. Isn't that a little unfair to me and the defendant? I mean, I'm trying to my best over here. And then you jump right into here with your logic and complex coding and wires and stuff. Make a mockery of my defending. Two errs to a human, true logic is machine. Machines do not err. Error is human. Well, maybe humans aren't perfect at logic, but you know what? We do our best. And even if we aren't always super logical, we humans do a lot of good. I bet even aliens like and approve of a bunch of stuff humans do that isn't super logical. Robot will never trigger sadness receptors for no purpose. Human will do action. There's no such thing as an action without purpose. Everything we do is important in some way. Counterpoint. Existence of a human is with zero purpose to exist. Proof equals Adam Sandler. What? Alright, you win this round. For now. I was never good at math, but I'm pretty sure this robot doesn't check out. Which is ironic, since I'm pretty sure its mother was a calculator. Besides, if there are only 6 facts, doesn't that make the statement saying they're all facts a lie? I mean, if the last statement was a fact also, then that would mean there were 7 facts. Which means there aren't 6 true statements, so there has to be a contradiction, which means something or another. Probably. Geez, maths really isn't my strong suit. Still, all that thinking about math and numbers gives me an idea. Alright, Robocop, I've got you in logic error now. All that's left is for me to point out your mistake. Oh. Aww. Oh.
Objection!
Sorry, YouTube, I have to take a shower, so. I shall see you in the next video, YouTube. Bye.